Hey folks, Crazy Climber here again. And this time we're going to look at game number 17 in our 20 from 1986 series. And this game is set in the Old West. And there's my favorite number 17, Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. But at any rate, this is set in the Old West and it's created by Data East. And this is called Express Raider. This game is also known as Western Express, but it's mostly Express Raider. I really enjoy this. This is kind of a kung fu master type of game, but it's set in the Old West and you are the antagonist, a train robber. And the game isn't great, but some about it I really like. There's the controls. You have an 8-way joystick and a punch and a kick button. The buttons are punch and kick in the first scenario, which is you jumping on the various trains and trying to fight the foes on top of each car. And in the second scenario, you ride horseback and shoot at enemies in the train. See, it's like Kung Fu Master. You punch and kick your enemies, you beat up the conductor, and then you beat these coyotes, and then you go on top of the train and take out the enemies up there. Yeah, you have punches, you have kicks, press down and you crouch, and you can do a ducking punch and kick. Press up to jump, and if the enemy hits you enough, then you will fall off the train. And there is an energy bar at the top center. Now, it's not your typical energy bar. If it goes black, you will fall off the train and die. But you want to push it over to the far right so it's all red. And that means you will have beaten the enemy on top of the car and you can move along. And there I beat up the conductor and beat up some coyotes for points. You gotta try to get the timing right for those coyotes. I recommend you jump and kick as much as you can. It is so damaging and it seems to get a lot of points. Now there will be enemies that have weapons, and once you get in close to them, they're usually physically weak. There's guys with guns, with shovels, throwing bottles, whatever. Note that there are overhead signs passing by, and you'll need to duck under them, and there will be an exclamation point to tell you that they're coming. And they'll take off a decent amount of damage if you get nailed by them. And once you reach the last car, you collect the gold. But once you've beaten the game, or beaten that scenario, you can get hit upside the head with the signpost and it won't do any damage, but it sure is funny. Now on this scenario, you are on horseback, and you need to move the crosshairs and shoot your enemies with the punch button. And with the kick button from the first scenario, you can duck. You don't really need to do that yet. Just try to line up your sights and shoot the requisite amount of enemies, and you'll see at the top center there will be boxes that fill up with red as you shoot the enemies. And you need to fill up all those boxes and then you can advance. On some of these cars, there will be treasure bags or gold bags that you can shoot for points. And in this particular car, there will be a lady that can drop the bags down at you and you can shoot them in midair. But do not shoot her or you will lose a life. And here again, there will be enemies that can sometimes throw objects at you like bottles. And you can shoot those bottles in midair. And I think I just did there. But yeah, shoot the requisite amount of enemies to move on to the next car. On later go-rounds, you will need to shoot more than just 6 per car. And now this is just optional here. You can try to shoot hidden bonuses on this train before the time runs out. On other cars, in this scenario or the previous one, if you run out of time, you will lose a life. And you will get like 30 seconds to beat the enemy on that car or the enemies. And now we start the scenarios over again, but this time we're going in the opposite direction. We still got coyotes to try to beat. And then we jump on top of the car and we try to take out more enemies. But yeah, that jump kick is my favorite attack. It seems to do the most damage. Watch out for this guy that he can take out some hefty, or deal out some hefty damage with his bullets. And then you have to punch these boxes and then take out this hefty goon here on top of the car. You have to duck under when the tunnel comes, or you will lose a life. And these guys try to grab onto you. You'll still need to take them all out. If they grab onto you, they deal a little bit of damage. Yeah, watch out for that overpass. You can duck, and you have long legs. You can get some good reach with your legs when kicking an opponent. Ouch! Yeah, that guy does more damage with his shovel swatting at you than with chucking coal at you. I think that is so hilarious when you get nailed by a sign after you've successfully gotten the gold bags. And then we do this scenario again, and we're facing the opposite direction. Yeah, you can make good use of the duck button now, because there will be birds that swoop down at you. Yeah, do not shoot the gal, but you will need to shoot the you will need to shoot the gold bags that she will drop at you. Otherwise, you don't get the points. And you can also shoot them from one door that opens up. You'll see a bag appear there. It's hard to get to it in time and shoot it. And sometimes there will be a bird that will drop a gold bag down to you that you will need to shoot. Little bonuses that you'll see on most of the cards. I really like this game. First time I saw it, Malibu Grand Prix, and I was just like, oh, this game's kind of fun. Kind of cool, Old West detail. Whoops, I guess I didn't shoot it. Duck under that bird again. But yeah, now note that we have 8 enemies that we have to kill for each cart. It goes up to like a maximum of 10, I think. Whoops, damn it. I don't know what the extra life totals that you get for reaching certain point values are. But I like this game. It's just always been fun to me. Whoops. There will just be little extra things to add to the difficulty on the later go rounds. I never quite got this far in the arcades. But yeah, for the most part, this game was known as Express Raider, and that's the only way I ever saw it. I think I'd seen this at another arcade after I saw it at Malibu Grand Prix. Yeah, our Malibu Grand Prix is long gone. I think there's only like 3 left in America. I had only been to 2 of them. The one that was in Beaverton or Tigard, Oregon, and then here's another hidden bonuses type of area. We're gonna look later on at where I think all the spots are that you can hit for bonus points. Even if you get them all within the time limit, you don't get a special bonus. I'd been to the Malibu Grand Prix in Orlando, Florida too, but they're almost all gone now. The enemies get stronger and deal out more damage later on. If you take too long... Oh, and we've got the coyotes on the cars. But yeah, definitely duck under the tunnel when you get in there. Oops, I'm almost dead. Ouch. More boxes to take out. Just little added challenges that they throw in. There will also be an Indian, a Native American Indian, that shoots at you with his bow and arrow. And you have to take out these guys before advancing to the next cart. They'll just deal that little damage if they grab onto you. Oops. And that's the end of my game. Now, if you take too long on a cart, or on a car to move to the next one, in the first scenario, or the odd-numbered scenarios, a bomb will go off and it will separate the cars, and you will fall off of that car and die. You'll land on the tracks. You cannot fall off a car of your own volition, I don't believe. But we will look at that happening when you take too long. You can actually duck on the back of a cart backwards and crouch backwards like that. But there, a guy set the bomb because I'm taking too long to kill this guy. I put on invincibility, but I still die if the bomb separates the car and I fall. And we will see me, I think, shoot the gal. Yep, it says no and you'll lose a life. And if you take too long, you will just fall off. If you take longer than the 30 seconds allotted to clear a car. There are the 8 bonuses in red, or the 8 hidden bonuses, and that's where you need to shoot. I believe that's where they all are. And again, you don't get a special bonus if you get them all before the time runs out, which sucks, but still a fun game. Well, that was Express Raider, created by Daddy East in 1986, game number 17 in our 20 from 1986 series. Well, this is Crazy Climber Ace, and thanks for watching game number 17, Express Raider, also known as Western Express by Daddy East. Hope to see you soon for game number 16. Have a happy 2022, everybody. Bye-bye.